Welcome traders to yet another educational video of Nifty Short Term View. It's 24th of August, 12:21 p.m. and markets are live. You can see Nifty Futures is marginally in the green territory by 3 points and Bank Nifty is up by almost 74 points. Now, while trading today, I just thought that I'll make a quick Nifty Short Term View video because I had some views to share with all of you. Now, in my previous video, I had clearly shared that in the Nifty futures, this was the first band which could provide support in the daily chart. You can see on the right hand side, I have the daily time frame chart, which is from 17,706 to 17,580. The next support was at, you can see 17,340. And from there, almost from there, you can say, because at times what happens is market doesn't test the support, but it senses that there is some sort of support over there. And just in one day pullback, we saw a big green candle. In case if the Nifty futures had closed close to its day high, then we could have a bullish piercing pattern. But nevertheless, it was a good candle at a good juncture. Now, obviously, this question is roaming in almost all of the traders. That was yesterday's price action, yesterday's candle, a sign that market has bottomed in the short term, and will the prices rise higher or not? Because with this happening, if you just have a look at the weekly time frame chart, we are forming a sort of a hammer, which is obviously looking very, very good for the bulls. But there is something else which we need to understand, which I had shared in the previous video also, that the type of rally which we had in the last couple of months, it was very fast and it was huge, almost 19% in a matter of close to 2 months. So generally there are two types of correction. One is a very fast correction, very small correction, which happens like just one big down move and then the market moves up. This is not even a correction. This is just a consolidation. If you have a look at the Bank Nifty futures, you can see that there was a fast correction and market generally went up. Now, this is a simple sort of correction. Now, there is one more type of correction which is called a complex correction. Now, complex corrections do exist in the market or do come in on the charts where generally the previous trend has been up for a pretty long point of time, and apart from that, it has been very, very fast. So I believe this is a stage in the market where we are in for a sort of a complex correction. Now, there are two things over here, two levels over here, which we need to understand. Level one is, like yesterday I had shared with all of you, that this entire resistance band from 17,687 to 17,809, this particular entire band will provide extreme good resistance in the short term. Now, if you can see, probably we even have a gap which has been left unfilled. Now, whether this gap will be filled or not, I have no idea. But there are two possibilities. If Nifty futures close above 17,800, 810 maybe for a day or more with a positive candle in the hourly and in the daily chart, then obviously prices will rise higher. And if this happens very immediately, maybe next 1 or 2 days, I'll be very surprised. If it happens after a few days, I think it will suit to current state of the trend of Nifty futures. And it can also happen that after this pullback, again, we can see some sort of sell-off or a short-term consolidation, because we need that in the market right now. The type of rally which we saw in last 2 months, it seriously needs a pretty good type of consolidation. So my view is obviously that in the positional term, in the medium term, markets are looking bullish, but in extreme short term, a correction or a quick consolidation, or after just a pullback, maybe to 17,740, again, if we see some sort of very, very short term sell-off, is very much possible, because again, we are between two resistances. Here is the resistance at 17,851, 17,800, and below we have supports over here at 17,362 and maybe even at 17,514. Generally, when markets are between supports and resistances, consolidation is very, very much possible. Now, if you have a look at the Bank Nifty chart, you can see Bank Nifty chart is slightly more better placed because it took support from this 23.60% Fibonacci retracement, and this also happens to be the support band. The candlestick which was made over here, if you combine with day before yesterday's candle, it's a very much bullish candle pattern, no doubt about that. But if you see in the hourly charts, things are slightly different. In the hourly chart, trend is not up, it is flat. So it is a clear sign that it has just been a bounce back, and we are taking resistance from this entire resistance band, which is between 39,075 to 38,853. And I believe a decent proper up move in Bank Nifty futures will only start if we have an hourly close or maybe even a daily close above 39,200. And if it happens too soon, I'll be seriously surprised, guys. I'll be really surprised, because some sort of consolidation, some sort of short-term correction. I'm not talking of a very large correction, just a short-term sideways move correction where making money for a directional trader is difficult. That sort of time is necessary in the market, because consolidations build rallies. Before every rally, we will always see some good amount of consolidation, and then you will see a breakout or something like that. And you can already see in the hourly chart some sort of selling is appearing. If you see 5-minute chart also, you can see some sort of price has retraced from 38,900 to 38,800. All right. So we are at a resistance in extreme short term, but a close above 39,200 could take Bank Nifty futures higher. But before that, I think so one should be extremely vigilant. Don't jump into extreme short-term trades just because we had a very good candle yesterday. Yes, it's looking good on the chart. Even I like it, but we have to be understanding that the entire state of trend in Nifty and Bank Nifty needs some consolidation, sideways move, or maybe a short-term correction. Now, out of all these indexes, there is one index which is standing out today, is the Realty Pack. You can see the Realty Pack, it did show us a pretty big green candle yesterday and a green candle even today. So I believe if this continues for maybe even tomorrow, then there is a possibility that realty stocks could see some sort of upside momentum in the coming time. One particular stock which is on my radar right now is DLF. As of now, it is below this trend line resistance. So if it closes probably somewhere around at 385 or at 386, and if it sustains, then you will be able to see some sort of good, decent upside move in DLF. All right. So I hope this video will help you to understand how markets could move in the next few days. And if you like this educational video, do share with other people who also need to understand how markets might move in the next few days. Trade less, trade wisely. Thank you.